Good morning, beautiful people. This is Vivienne Hunter with this week's meditation. And here we are in the middle of unprecedented times. And I'm drawn to cover how we can face moments that are so unexpected and times that are so beyond our experience or even expectations that these may be happening in our time. And a lot of the changes are very necessary, but they're also very uncomfortable to even to witness. Imagine what it's like to be in the middle of some of the changes. So how do we meet unprecedented times? How do we meet challenging moments when they're over and over and over without being overwhelmed? So when we stop and meditate, I feel that we will open to some journey meditative type experiences that help us to really be in the moment, to increase our experience and our expertise in negotiating harder moments, in returning to our peace, in finding a place of allowance rather than pushing back against what we don't choose, what we don't like. Because pushing back is not very effective, but it can be quite a natural response to resist, to fight against. But in my experience, it's when we strive for, move towards, that we see real change, that we find our real power, where we can open up more easily, where trust lies, where our wisdom awaits us. Oh, big breath. There we go. Another big breath in through our mouth, out through our mouth, connecting our head and our heart. One more time. Okay, before we start, please get comfortable. Be in a place where you can be uninterrupted for a short time. Turn your phone or any other devices off. Okay, big slow breath again. This time as you breathe, I want you to imagine anything that is not as you wish it to be, and feel what's in that. Wherever you feel a struggle within you, a need to push against, a need to fix, control, manage, understand, except you're struggling to understand. Wherever you feel anything strongly that also seems to be not working for you, look at that. Feel that. Let that feeling come up and sit with it. What's it trying to tell you? Sometimes we don't have to have a conscious aha, that's what's going on. But when we notice there's a feeling of push in us, of wanting to push against what we're seeing, wanting to resist it or fix it, when we feel overwhelmed by something and a bit hopeless, let those feelings come up. Let them be there. Notice them. Sometimes just the noticing, just that presence that we give it, by allowing our attention to reside within it, can be hugely powerful. Breathe. Keep breathing, big, slow, long breaths. As you breathe, I want you to feel your feet planted on the earth, even if you're lying down. Just get the sense of it as if you are standing there. And from your feet down into Mother Earth, you're deeply connected. Into our earth. You're so deeply connected that there's no separation between the bottom of your foot and the top surface of Mother Earth. So as you open up to your connection to her, there's no barrier between you and her, and everything flows from you down through you, down through to your feet and out the bottom of your feet, deep into Mother Earth. So everything in you washes through and connects down. And what doesn't serve you, feelings of upset of any form, leftover feelings of frustration and need to control that hasn't worked, and we haven't known what to do with it, because in our confusion or our overwhelm or our not understanding, many of us seek to fix or control, and that's quite natural. And when we're unable to, leaves us with all these uncomfortable thoughts and feelings. Let it all just flow through you as you breathe, sitting with it. And whatever is left that you're ready to let go of can just pour out through the bottom of your feet and recycle itself into our beautiful Mother Earth. Big slow breaths. Feeling how you are a part of this earth, of the trees and plants, of the rivers and streams and oceans, of mankind, of humanity. You have an integral part in the connectedness and wholeness of all. Do you remember that, beautiful soul? What if you could allow yourself to remember that? You are a part of all. In you is everything you need. And when we're still finding our comfort in facing the uncomfortable, when we're still getting more skilled at this, it can be easy to forget. Okay, so we've allowed ourselves to get really open to things in the outer world that are creating a response in us. It may be internally a looping thought pattern or pain points based on old experiences that we haven't fully embraced and need our love and attention. So we sit with those and we love ourselves. We love ourselves in our discomfort. We see ourselves where we need to fix or control or push for something or push away, where we struggle, where we feel lost or overwhelmed. We see ourselves and we love ourselves in the middle of that. It's not wrong. You're not wrong. When we see someone else in a moment of struggle or pain or hurt or confusion, it usually evokes in us a sense of wanting to support, of kindness. Let's allow that natural response of bringing support and kindness to another, to our own self as well. Feel a sense of fondness for ourselves in the middle of being human. Yeah. There is so much going on in the world. Even if you had a really easy, ideal life, there will be impacts just from being a witness to all that is occurring. Caring for your fellow man and woman means that we do feel when we become aware of just how much so many are going through, have gone through. Situation with the coronavirus is not over yet. There's just incredible amount of extras at the surface. A lot of it's not new, but it's clamoring for our attention and it's getting it. So let's sit with that. Let's allow it. whatever's coming up in us, whatever's around us that's drawn our attention. Oh, that's it, breathe. Drawn our attention and left us feeling or thinking anything. Just be with it. And loving ourselves in the middle of this. And doing it really consciously, knowing that you're choosing to love yourself in the middle of feeling emotional, mental, physical pain, discomfort, struggle of any form. Wrap yourself in a virtual hug. There we go. There we go. Everything's as it's meant to be. And what arises in us, and we learn to meet, and we learn to live with and beside, strengthens us, increases our wisdom, our compassion, our empathy, our ability to allow others to be who they are as they are, for the more peaceful we are with ourselves, even in moments where the feelings aren't peaceful, we can still have a sense that we're okay. This has been the biggest turning for me, is to be able to negotiate really uncomfortable times with an inner sense, a really deep, strong inner sense that I'm okay too, that this is all okay and as it should be, what I need to sit with and allow. There we go. So really bringing intention of that allowance of yourself, but make it a practice. That we sit with ourselves regularly, especially when we're feeling that really strong emotional response to anything, however that shows up. Big breathing, big breaths. And now I'm going to ask you, where everything that you've sat with, wherever your mind or feelings have been pushing against, looping around, bringing whatever discomfort, I'm going to ask you, if you're ready, to take a big breath and imagine them all being drawn into that breath. And a big exhale out through your mouth, a really strong exhale. Letting them all go out with the breath. All of it just beginning to leave with the breath. At the same time, anything that's left in your body, allow it, if it needs time, to continue settling, knowing it can just flow down through your body and out your feet and be recycled into the energy of Mother Earth as you've become more comfortable with it, more at peace with it. and more able to let it go. Or any residual can just flow down through you and out. And get a picture of that in your mind. So if you're left with residuals, you can go back to that picture and continue the process of getting really comfortable with you being uncomfortable and loving yourself right there, right then, no matter what. So we'll just spend a few moments getting settled with that. Another big breath. Everything in that breath that we're ready to let go of, exhaling it. Allowing anywhere we've held on to just loosen in our body, feeling the tension sliding away to an even deeper level. Another big breath. Exhale it all really strongly. And knowing everything else, if there's anything else remaining, it can just loosen as it's ready and slide down and out through the bottom of our feet. Knowing these moments of self-care, of self-love, so important. How do we meet uncomfortable moments, uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable interactions with others, with the outside world? When we can't meet it in ourselves, it gets harder and harder. So in this, we're serving ourselves, which is important. The more balanced, aligned, and at peace we are, the more we can bring that to the world. So there's the bigger picture. The more balanced, aligned, and at peace with ourselves, the more likely we are to be able to be in our life as we're meant to be, doing what we're meant to be, contributing in the ways that we're here to contribute. So there's that. And it all matters. There's so many aspects and nuances to everything. But what we create on our individual level, where we balance ourselves, where we allow ourselves, where we love ourselves, that makes us far more able and far more practiced and far more ready to be that in the outer world, to be able to do that naturally. Bringing our whole self to what's needed, to what's in front of us, and giving ourselves a place to use afterwards. As a place of self-care, as a place of reflection, as a place of finding a way to manage responses that arise in us. Sometimes those responses carry a message and they bring an awareness. And once we have that, they're so much easier to let go of. and we got the message we were meant to get. So there's nothing wrong in what you're feeling. How can we respond to it as we'd really wish to? My suggestion is, when you don't know, come back inside. Sit quietly like this. Breathe. And see what's to be seen and allow it. Breathe through it. Use whatever tools you have. Listen to this again, whatever serves you, whatever helps you. Okay. And now I'm going to ask you to picture yourself moving through the world, being who you most want to be. What are the things, the qualities, even the talents or skills that you have that you most want to express, or you most love expressing and doing and being? Who do you most want to be in the world? And how do you want to be that? And if you haven't got a clear picture, it can be really simple. If you've had physical issues, you might want to see yourself being more comfortable physically in the world, having more ease with your body, with movement. If you've been struggling with emotions or with thoughts, you might want to see yourself being in the world with more peace of mind, with more peaceful feelings, less overwhelmed with reactions and big emotions, or being able to have the big emotions and still feel okay. It can be simple. There may be specific things in the world you really want to get out there and shake up, stand for, do, be, create. And it could be as simple as seeing yourself more at peace, more at comfort with the world, because that's where it starts. And that's a very valuable thing to move into. So really relax again, breathing, and letting come up from deep inside of you. Who do you want to move more into being? Out of whatever discomfort of mind, of thought, of emotions that have been with you in recent months, that come up for you when you see things out beyond you or within you. Out of all that, what's in you that's wanting to be more expressed, that's wanting to be more embodied, brought into the world, brought into your everyday, brought into your moments? You live with you every single moment. Who do you most want to be? The deepest, most constant relationship we have is with ourselves. What do you want to bring to your own relationship with you? Who would you be? How would you be? If you were just relaxed comfortably you, at peace with yourself. Able to maintain a connection to your wholeness at any time. How would that feel? What would that look like? How would that make the moments different? And when you see yourself moving into an old way of responding, of reacting, when a big emotion comes up, when our mind goes into its loops, see yourself going, there's this again. And giving yourself a virtual hug, going, I gotcha. It's okay. And creating a habitual process of being with yourself in the moments. Being in a state of willingness to self-care as you need, so that things don't need to build up. What difference could that bring? Being your own best friend, having your own best friend on tap, huh? Hey? So just a few moments sinking into the idea that we really can be anything, anyone we want to be. We can be in the world in any moment, any time, hard or easy, fun or challenging, and be okay. Have a sense of balance. And when we lose that, if we forget that, we know what to do. Just sink into the knowing that everything is okay. That you matter, that you are vital in the big picture. You are vital in your own life. You are vital to all the people whose lives you touch, even briefly, every day. Breathe, breathe, breathe. As we sink into the idea of that, we open up, allowing all of us that wants to come out to express itself the freedom to do so. Allowing ourselves to be awkward where we're awkward. Allowing ourselves to be not very good at something new that we want to begin. Allowing ourselves to be whatever we are. Also allowing ourselves to shine at what we're good at. allowing it out into the world. It's important we know what we're good at and what makes us feel good and what fuels us. For we wouldn't have it within if we weren't here to express that, to know it, to open to it. Let's see ourselves being, doing who we really want to be, what we really want to do. Getting a sense of what that means to us, what that would be like. And again, it can be simple. What would that mean to you now? It might be something different next week. That's okay. What does that mean to you now? Who would you wish to be now, today? After this is over, and see that, feel it. Know this is you. Know you have so much to offer, just being you. Okay. And we'll finish as we always do, sending love to each other. To all people listening to this, past, present, future, my love goes to each of you with great thanks. Thanks for caring enough about yourself, about the world, to do the work. Thank you for honoring yourself and seeking to be more of who you are. Thank you for being you. Love out beyond to all the others, seeking the same in their own ways. And out beyond that, love and thanks to all, everyone, everywhere, everything, everywhere. Our Mother Earth and all she is, all she contains, all she holds. Everywhere she needs support and care and healing. Right through to her center where we connect with all she is. The mother energy of nurturing, nourishing, healing, thriving, loving, allowing, patience, timelessness. Letting that be something we deeply connect to. We send love, let it pour through. With appreciation, we are so dependent upon her. Let's thank her for allowing us to have this life on this beautiful world we get to play on. Okay. I'm going to slowly come back all the way into our bodies now. Coming back all the way in our bodies, wriggle our fingers, wriggle our toes. Rub your hands together and open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Please remember to like, comment, share if you wish. I'll leave you in this quiet space and wish you greatest blessings in all your moments. And I send you all my love. Be well now.